Hi, my name is Marcy, and I am going to take you on a walk or run workout today. I am a group fitness instructor, and I am also a life coach. So you're going to get physical and mental health for your body today. I encourage you, if you're going to, you can do this on the treadmill, or you can go out. I encourage you to get out if your schedule has changed drastically in your life. Maybe you go outside. I know my gyms that I work at are still open. We are doing everything we can to be sanitary and keep the gyms open, because we know that exercise is really important to help us reduce stress. It's a great stress reliever. Today you will see it's a little bit cloudy where I live, and that's okay. I'm still going to go outside. It might rain on me a little bit. I'm going to have my husband help me. I encourage you to have good walking shoes or running shoes, okay? It matters. It's really important to have the right attire on, because if you don't, you can get shin splints, or you can start to get an injury, a nag, in your knees or your hips. So it's really important that you get the right shoes on if you're going to go walking or running, okay? A lot of people might not think about that, but that's why I'm bringing that up to you. Also, I encourage you to have water. It's really important to have fluid as you go, so you can keep your body hydrated. I'm probably not going to sweat at all today because it's in the 40s and it's overcast and it might rain on us a little bit. So let's see, what else was I going to tell you? Oh, I know my body. So my body doesn't like to work out on an empty stomach. So I have eaten a banana. So take that into account as well. What your body needs before a workout. All right. So should we get going? All right. So we are just starting out on our walk. This is what it looks like at my house. We're still going to get outside, even if it's cloudy and it's kind of sprinkling, but that's okay. So we are going to start out walking at a brisk pace.
Briskly?
Yes. My husband's with me, but he doesn't want to be on the camera. So I'll try to honor that.
Don't just try.
So right now we're walking on the sidewalk, and I actually am going to tell you this, I don't recommend it, because the cement is harder on your knees and your hips. And so we are going to we get to this driveway, we are going to get on the road.
Asphalt is softer.
Yes, it is. And here's the thing, is you know that they do the roads so that they slope. There's a slight slope from the middle off to the sides. So if you're out walking instead of doing this on the treadmill, you want to take into account that you switch sides of the road so that one side of your leg, one leg isn't always on the uneven side, so you want to balance it out. So you can tell with my talking that my heart rate's starting to get up a little bit, and this is what we want. We want to start out so that we are getting the blood moving and the oxygen flowing through our body, so that we can, in a little bit, when we get up to this trail, we will start doing some lunges and some jumps, stuff like that, so that we not only will we do some cardio just by walking, but we'll get some strength training into with the body. If you can see that beautiful mountain up there with the snow on it, I just think it's gorgeous. It's called Lone Peak. We've got a trail up here that we're headed to, and then we'll be off the road. I'm lucky enough to have it right by my house. So if you're a runner, and you still might want to start out walking to warm your body up before you start running. It's also good. You want to swing your arms. Get your heart rate up a little bit more. My husband's way back there. See that? He's way back there. Keep up.
I'm setting my watch.
Oh, he's setting his watch. Okay, so here we're getting on this trail. And I'll just kind of show you what it looks like where I live in this trail. How are you doing? Are you getting your heart rate up? Do you notice your breathing? Do you notice if your body temperature's rising? One thing to remember is that walking is, you don't have to run to get an endorphin kick. You can walk and you get a nice, it's just a nice, peaceful type endorphin kick instead of a big time smash mouth one. So you, and this one you're in the fat burning zone. So your heart rate doesn't get up too high, but it's fat burning. If you want to run and get your heart rate up more, then you're going to be burning, you're going to be in anaerobic, and you're going to be burning calories. Either way, you burn calories, but of course, when our heart rate's up and we're near anaerobic, we burn more calories. So this is a walking path and a biking path. In just a minute here, we'll get off so that we are just for walkers. We're gonna go to a pond. Not sure what it looks like right now with it being winter, coming out of winter, but usually it's very gorgeous. And we have ducks on it and stuff. And so when we get to there, we'll do some stretching to finish off our workout. You hear the birds. That's the one thing that's good about coming out in nature, is it's also really good for your soul. I think it's healing to come outside. But of course, as a group fitness instructor, don't miss your classes. Hey, don't miss your classes. Go to your classes. Get that social aspect to meet your friends. Get your workout in with them. And then get outside in between. On an in-between day. And of course, right now, we just aren't giving high fives. And that's okay. We can still high five verbally. Okay, we're gonna be going down in a tunnel here. It's gonna get prettier, I promise. But it's kind of nice to have this trail right here close. So we'll go down by this tunnel. So you know when you're out on a trail, you always walk to the right. You stay to the right. Don't take your half out of the middle. Don't be on the left. You need to be on the right so that people can pass you. And when you're on the road, you know that you should be walking towards the traffic. All right, we're gonna go under the road here. In just a couple of minutes, I'm going to be doing some life coaching, giving you some life coaching tips on how to handle the stress or the anxiety that you might be feeling with everything that's going on in our world right now with the coronavirus. We'll be talking about that and just a little Right now, I'll just tell you this, it's okay if you feel scared or if you have anxiety about it or panic, that's okay. Allow it, you know, like give yourself permission to be scared. But we're going to talk about how to not let it control us. And I like Brene Brown had a quote where she said, it's okay to be scared, just don't be scary. That's a good one. So we'll talk about that in just a second. Okay, we're gonna go underneath it's the tunnel here. So you've got waves. Obviously this guy he's cruising. He's in anaerobic. Got a biker coming. Oh, see how this good people are getting out. All right, okay, so I'm gonna do some lunges, walking lunges up that hill, and you just walk along with me, okay? So on lunges, it needs to be a long step, okay? Long step. See how wide my step is? We're just gonna go step together. Okay, come back up here. Okay, so here's the thing. Front knee needs to stay behind the toe. Leg is parallel. We got a 90-90, okay? That's how we be safe with our knees. Notice how my upper body is upright. My shoulders are back. Okay, now I'm just gonna pick it up a little bit. I'm gonna go a little faster, but you notice how I did that at first to just kind of warm up my legs and to get my form down. My core is engaged. Zip it up. When I get to the top, I should have counted. I'm guessing I've done about 8. I'm gonna do 8 more for a total of 16. Now here's the thing, come in front of me. Come in front of me. I want you to look at my knees. My knees are gonna press towards my second, keep going backwards, second and third toes, okay? We don't want them coming in. That protects the knees. So if you need to, you just turn your toes out just a tiny bit. Your knees follow your toes, okay? Now, I'm gonna take it down, work the core a little bit. Notice, come over here now. Notice how I'm hinging forward. My shoulders are still strong. And my other arm goes back, so I'm working my core. If you need to, you can put your hand on your leg. That's okay, but you're not working your core as much. Whew. So, do what's best for you. If you can't hold your form good, you're gonna put a hand on your leg. If you can, you're gonna freaking get that arm back. Okay. Couple more. 3, 2, 1. Now I'm gonna turn in and we're gonna do jump squats. Okay, now here's the thing, we're gonna get 16 in. You notice how I'm landing toe ball heel. And I'm landing into the legs. Okay, it's not a stiff landing, that's bad. You wanna come in and get into the legs. Okay, see how high you can get. We got 8 more. 8, 7, 6, come on. 5, stay with it. 4, 3, come on, 2, 1. Okay, you should be breathing hard. Inhale, exhale. We're gonna keep walking. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Then I want you to get a drink. I don't know about you, but I need a spout for when I drink my water when I'm working out. I can't have it be open. I like choke, I spill all over.
I'm trying to get some of these beautiful mountains here too.
Yeah. Go ahead and show them what it looks like over here. See, we're among farmers.
So we're in the middle of a big pivot in the middle of American Fork and Highland. They just cut this trail right through the area.
Hey, hey! Life is good! We're gonna be fine, people! Exactly. So good! Woo!
If anybody's heard of Mount Olympus, there's what's supposed to be Mount Olympus. We're actually too close to even see Mount Olympus, so that's actually Mount Mahogany. That's in front of Mount Olympus, or Mount Olympus, Mount Timpanogos. What am I thinking?
Okay, we're gonna work the full body coming up here. Tell me when 30 seconds is up. Okay. Your heart rate, I want you to notice where your heart rate is now. Okay, is it still up there? Okay, the longer it takes to come down, the more work you got to do to get in shape. Okay, when it comes down quicker, then you're in better shape. Okay, so either way, it's fine. We're just out here working. Okay, we got 30 seconds up.
Yep.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a centipede walkout and a plank hold. Okay, I have a torn rotator cuff, so I am not allowed to do push-ups right now. Okay, so I'll cue a push-up if you want to do it. Okay, so I'm going to put my water down. Knees are going to stay soft. You're going to walk it forward. Okay, hands are going to be just outside the shoulders. Get a view over here. Now, here's the thing when we bike, no mountain butt, no saggy butt. We are long. Okay, my hands are just outside my shoulders. Okay, now, if you can, you do a push-up. From your toes, I just might do one. I'll be really careful. Right here, we come down. Okay, now you notice my neck is long. We do not look at our cleavage. We do not look at our cleavage. Neck is long, chest down, elbow height. Okay, so we're gonna come down, chest down, elbow height, and come up. If you need to drop to your knees, same thing. And that's level 2. Level 3, bring your hands a little closer, or you just take your forehead down. Okay, whichever works for you. You have to be able to hold your form. If your hips are, if you're doing a push-up like this, no. Get your knees down. This means you're not strong enough in your upper body. Everything's got to get down at the same time. These centipedes for 1 minute, okay? So if you can do a push-up, you're going to do a push-up. If not, then you're going to raise the legs up and you're going to walk it back in, okay? Walking it out. Take your hands a little wider than your shoulder, push up, or you're gonna extend the legs, walk it back in, and take that off. You got a runner coming. So we're working our core and our whole body. What are we at? How many?
Sorry.
What are we at?
45.
45, 15 more seconds. Okay? You should feel the shoulders and the chest getting a little bit tired. You should also feel the work. Oops, I can do a push-up.
That's 1 minute.
Okay, we're gonna finish it up. Should also feel work right here and the low back. Whew, okay, now we're gonna keep walking. We're gonna keep walking. We're gonna get our pace back up. So your breathing should have gone up a little bit from the centipede. I love the centipede walk out. I love the centipede push up. And so here's the thing, is it's sad for me because I can't do a damn push up because of my shoulder. Okay? So I want you to realize that it's a privilege to be able to do push-ups. Don't whine about it.
See, you go
We're going
right.
here.
Is it?
Nope. This is the walking path. Okay. Well, we're not gonna whine about it because it might be hard. It's a privilege.
There's that guy again. He's making good time.
Catch up to me. It's a privilege to be able to work out. Okay, so when my classes, when I'm teaching, they start to notice that they're starting to look like they're like, ugh. That's when I remind them that we're going to celebrate our health. We are blessed to have our health and to be able to do what we want. There's people that are sick and they can't get out and they can't do stuff. Or my sister just tore her rotators and she had surgery yesterday. Yeah, I've had 3, so I'm trying to avoid a 4th. And she's not going to be able to do stuff like this for 6 months at least. So whatever it is that takes you away from doing what you want, we just do what we can. Okay, we've got to get out of the way. There's a runner coming.
Shuffler.
Yep. Hi. So here's the phrase that I want you to, I'll call it a power phrase that I want you to think of. When it starts to get hard and you want to quit, I want you to think, because I can. Okay, so that phrase to me is really special because my younger sister, she was a marathon runner and she got colon cancer at the age of 41. She battled really hard, but at 43 it took her. And she fought really hard to live. She did not want to die. She had young boys, husband. She had a zest for life. She was sassy. Both of us are sassy. She was really sassy. I think she was more sassy than me. But when I was, and a lot of my people that come to my classes, they know this, but when I was saying bye to my sister, she was incoherent at the time and not responding at all, of course. And I was talking to her because the hearing's the last thing to go. And I told her that I would work out. I said, I'm not going to run because I don't like to run. I'm not running marathons. But I will work out hard. I will work out for both of us. She actually opened her eyes and she had a physical reaction. And very weakly, she tried to raise that finger at me in her sassiness that she had left with her. And she said, you have to work out really hard. So, no bitching about when it's hard and you don't want to keep going, because we are great. It's a privilege to have your health and to do this. And with that, we're going to start doing some more lunges. Okay? Because we can. Let me hand you that. All right. Ready? Take a big breath. Inhale. Exhale. And let's go. No, we're going down here. So, you notice how I just kind of lost my breath because I turned around to see if anybody was coming. Okay? So I'm going to zip this up. I've got my shoulders back. I'm squeezing between my shoulder blades. Okay? And I'm doing, tell me when we've got 15 more seconds. Okay? Just from right now. You can see it on the timer. Okay? 3, never mind, I'll just count it. 2, 1. So now we're gonna put it, we're gonna go this way. And we're gonna get some obliques in, like that. Hi there.
Hi.
Okay, so it's a long step. I'm turning towards the leg that's in front. Think about aiming the shoulder towards the knee. You notice my body is still upright. 4, 3, 2, hi there. We're gonna go back to working the core this way and the legs. I'm going downhill. How we doing? Stay with it. Give me 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Jumping jacks. Okay, now I can't go up all the way because of my shoulder, but I'm not going to do it at all. You can go all the way up, okay, or you just go right there, okay. You can go faster if you want. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whoo! Okay, just gonna keep walking. Maybe you start a little slower with your pace so you can bring your heart rate down. See, my breathing's up. So what we're doing is we're taking it up, the heart rate, bring it back down, and we'll spike it back up. It's a good time to get a drink. We're gonna do centipedes again in just a little bit. Here's the thing I want to talk about. We're gonna do stuff for the brain now. So, with what's going on in our world right now, like I was saying, perfectly normal for people to be panicked and feel scared. Okay? Are you walking?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Why are you behind me like that?
Getting the path.
Scenery. Okay, it's perfectly normal for you to feel scared. But here's the thing. Go ahead and allow it. But I also want you to realize what's going on with your brain, okay? Our brains are amazing and they just want to solve problems. And so it will just keep trying, keeps like looping, trying to figure out how to solve a problem. So we have problems that are present that we have control over and that we can do something about. And then we have other things where our mind perceives it's a problem and it wants to worry. Worry is like, you can't do anything about it. It's something that's in the future that you are trying to figure out how to fix and you can't. It might not even happen. Realizing that the brain thinks there's a problem and is trying to fix it is part of the awareness to go, okay, that is not something that I can solve. You know, we get like a lot of our leaders, they're all figuring this out as well. And so it's an ongoing thing where we're getting information. Okay, I want you to check how you're doing with your pace. Don't slow down. We're walking brisk. In fact, we're just gonna speed walk it a little more. Walk a little faster. You use my arms a little more.
It's gonna get jumpier than normal.
Yeah. I'm trying to see if there's anything over at this park that I can use. Let's go over here and look and see if there's stuff that we can use. No swings. All right, so wherever you are, you can do this on the ground or if you have a bench, if you happen to be, or some kind of a bench or the floor, or I'm at a park. So I'm just gonna use this. We're gonna do tricep push-ups with lateral hops, okay? So for push-ups, tricep push-ups, you gotta have your hands in close. The elbows need to stay in, okay? So you're gonna do a push-up, hop it out to the side, push-up, hop it out to the side. Now notice my chest comes down, elbow height. It's not about how deep you can go. Remember, neck stays long. I'm not looking at my cleavage. And you should be feeling those triceps starting to burn. Inhale, exhale. I want you to exhale with the most difficult part of the move, so it's probably about right there. Give me 3 more. 2. 1. Ooh. Okay, let's go this way. Yeah. Look at that. Is that gorgeous or what? Okay, so while we're here, I want you to take some breaths in, grab a drink, and then we're going to do some core work. Okay, I'm going to check the ground. Looks clear, no poops. Hopefully it's not wet. All right, we're going to do some plank work. Okay, so we're going to come right here, high plank. Remember, we're long. Shoulders are engaged. I want you to think about puffing up the shoulders. If you don't sink down into them, you puff them up, okay? And when I tell you, we're gonna walk side to side or forward or back, okay? And we're gonna do that for a minute. So Rusty, will you time for me?
Okay, for how long?
For 1 minute.
Okay.
Okay, 3, 2, go.
Okay.
So we're holding, and this is what I want you to think about. Core is engaged. Squeeze the abs, squeeze the glutes. We're gonna walk to the side for 2. And hold. Go backwards for 2. Hold. To the right for 2. Hold. Forward for 2. Back. Woo, you should be feeling your core. To the side. Keep going. Keep going. Hold. Back for 2. To the side. Keep going. Keep going. How many more seconds?
15.
Okay, 15. Come on, come on. Hold. Hold. Puff the shoulders up. We're just going to hold it right here. Tell me we're at 5.
5.
4, 3, 2, 1. Come on down. Go to child's pose really quick. All right. Now we're gonna turn over. I want your feet in close to your butt. Get up on your tippy toes. That's gonna take it out of your legs for crunches. Hands are gonna be behind your head. Tuck the chin a little bit. We're just gonna crunch. Now here's the thing I want you to think about. Keep your elbows back. Think about lifting with your front body. Look between your legs. And I want you to squeeze the abs. Give me 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Now we're gonna reach it. We're gonna pulse. Keep the shoulder blades. Try to keep them off the ground. Tuck that chin. Feel some heat coming right here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet up. Push. It is just a small movement. I'm digging my elbows in, hands up, because if I'm down here, I can cheat a little bit. Okay, so I'm right here. Up and squeeze. Squeeze. Think about my feet are flat. That keeps the knees soft. Okay? When my feet are flat, like I'm stamping the sky or the ceiling if you're in the house. 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to turn the hips at the top. Turn the hips at the top. You're going to alternate. My abs are really starting to burn. How about yours? Give me 8 more. 8, 7, 6. Come on, come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we're gonna come on up. Okay, now we're gonna do some plank work Z's. Okay, so you're here, puff the shoulders up. We're gonna bring the right knee in towards the elbow, cross in and out. So you are just drawing a Z with your knee. This is a kick-ass ab move, and it really gets into those abs. We're gonna do 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, come down into low plank. You're right here. We're gonna run forward for 2 and back for 2. Forward for 2 and back for 2. Maybe go onto the other side so they can see my, Rusty, maybe come over here just so they can see the form. So again, you see my shoulders are puffed up. I'm not sagging. I'm not up here. If you're up here, drop to the knees. Go forward for 2 and back for 2. Forward for 2. If you can, you're on your toes. Long and low, like straight as a board. I could put a glass of water on my low back. Forward for 2 and back for 2. Inhale, exhale. Oh yeah. Give me 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1 more, and 1. Okay, roll it over. We got penguins, working the abs. We're gonna side to side. Now you notice my chin is tucked, and I'm just reaching for my shoes. Think about taking rib cage to hip, okay? And then you're gonna squeeze in between. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we're gonna walk around the pond. We'll do some more leg work after I get all this grass off of me. Okay. I'll have a life to just be a duck. Then I don't have to worry about the coronavirus. They just get to swim around and duck their heads under the water. We're kind of scaring the ducks. But we're walking. We're still walking. Hi, guys. Okay, we're going to come over here. And we're going to do some more walking plank work on this dock here. All right, we're going to keep with the walking plank, the centipede push-ups. So we're going to take it out. Remember, you're holding. If you do a push-up, go ahead. If not, then we're going to raise the legs up again. And walk it back in and up. Knees stay soft. Walk it out. Take the hands a little wider than the shoulders. Do your push-up or raise the legs. Walk it back in and up. Take it back down. Do your push-up. Privileged to be able to do that. Remember, walk it back in. I want you to notice your self-talk. If it's good, or if you're whining, okay? If you're complaining, you're like, then I want you to realize that you're in the middle part of your brain, okay? And that's not where we want to be. That's impulse. And we don't want to operate from impulse, okay? We want to move it to the front. That's where we take charge. We let the prefrontal cortex be in charge. We reason and take control. So we do that by positive affirmations in the present tense. I feel great. I am strong. I got this. If your legs are burning, like they're probably not because we're not working them that hard, you just, whatever's bugging you, you turn it into a positive. You say it feels great. Permission to fib a little bit. Okay? What happens is that your subconscious will kick in and it will take control. Like, all right, let's go. We're gonna do one more. Inhale, exhale. Right here, hold, push up, or do your leg lifts. And walk it back in, and my shoulder is like done. Okay, I was talking and I forgot to turn the video on. So, I'm gonna grab a drink. And then we're gonna keep going. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do 2 minutes of 30-second cardio moves. Okay, so we'll have 4 moves for 30 seconds for a total of 2 minutes, okay? So, the first one we're gonna do, since we're kind of working legs and butt today, is called touchdowns. Okay, we will switch halfway. So no, we'll do 30 minutes per side. Okay.
Seconds.
30 seconds. Yeah, not 30 minutes. That would be killer. This is gonna get your legs and your butt. Okay, and your heart rate's gonna get up. So 3, 2, 1. So we're gonna come down and bring it through. Okay. So this arm goes back. You have a little hop and you tap the heel. Okay, so you're getting all that, the whole body.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now if you need to, you can just pull it through and do it like that. Okay, but if you can, get that hop. We got 10 seconds. We're going to switch sides. So we got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Okay. This base leg, you're really going to feel it in that glute. Woo! You're gonna keep your shoulders strong, core engaged. What are we at?
10.
10 more seconds. Come on, finish it up. 5, 4, come on. 3, 2, 1. Jump rope. Okay. Inhale, exhale. So we're gonna jump rope. Doing good. Stay with it.
10.
We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we got 1, 1, 2. 1, 1, 2. So it's a double hop. 1, 1, 2. 1, 1, 2. Your breathing should be up. 1, 1, 2. Inhale, exhale. Drive
10.
that knee up.
10.
What?
7.
We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, exhale. Breathe. You need to walk around a little bit. Whew. Should be out of breath or like really close to it. Okay. We're breathing. And we're gonna start to walk. Oh, show them that little baby chick. Tuck. Inhale, exhale. In through the nose, out through the mouth. All right. We're just gonna walk. So basically, this would be an active recovery. Okay, so we're just gonna walk. Bring your heart rate down a little bit, and then we'll pick up our pace. Whew. How we doing? We good? Of course we are. Inhale, exhale. Go ahead and show them the pond. Rusty. Go ahead and show them the pond and the ducks. I want you to notice where your heart rate is and your breathing. And coming down. Maybe I'll do some sprints up the hill. I have a hill here. So I'm gonna sprint up it and walk down a couple times, okay? So if you're on a treadmill, sprint it, okay? If you're walking and you don't have a hill, you can still jog or run, okay? All right, ready, set, go.
Pretty good.
All right. We're gonna do 2 more times. Okay? Ready, set, here we go.
Yeah. Are we going to spoil your picture?
No, you'll be fine.
Okay.
So when sometimes you think it's the battery, basically when you handed me your hearing aid, sometimes what I need to do is there's too much wax in your hearing aid. So basically what I have to do is I have to put in a new little piece.
Are you okay if we go up right now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
1 more to go. How you doing? You ready? If you need a little bit more time, you go ahead and pause it, get your breath, and then you finish up the last one. Ready, set, go. All right. Okay, so we're gonna walk. You're gonna grab a drink. Inhale, exhale. Go ahead and show them the pond.
Show his face.
Nope. Sit back. All right, so how you doing? Hopefully your heart rate's coming down. Maybe you're feeling a little bit of a rush to your head and your chest from the exertion, and that's okay. That's good. That means we're working. We'll do our last set of lunges, and this time we are going to add in, let's say I did do jump squats before, didn't I? We're going to do our last set of lunges and jump squats coming up. Oh, it's down there. Can you go down there? Why not do lunges down there?
Any things you can do on these picnic tables?
So we're going to work the core a little bit more. We'll do knee tucks. So knuckles are forward, hands are back by your hips. You're going to hinge back, engage the core, tuck your chin a little bit, puff the shoulders up, okay? You're going to raise the knees up and pull them in. Ooh, I might fall off this bench. I got to get up on the table. That's not wide enough. Okay, I don't want to fall off the bench. So you notice that I'm leaning back. My chin is tucked. And I'm really squeezing. My abs are working to bring those legs in and out. In and out. We're gonna do 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5. Come on, finish it up. We got 4, 3, 2, 1. It might be burning a little bit. So that's okay. We're gonna go like this and stretch them out. You can also grab here, lift the chest and pull yourself in. Stretch that low back, tuck the chin. Inhale, exhale. All right, we're gonna push it up. We can do the lunges in here. All right. We're gonna do the lunges in here, okay? So we're gonna start with that, right there, okay? So we're just gonna start here. Your legs are so good and warmed up now. Now, here's the thing that we need to remember, is that the longer we go in our workout, then we start to forget about keeping good form. So I want you to think about shoulders are back, zip your core up. Long step. When you stay behind the toe, check that it's pressing towards the second and third toe. All right, now hands behind your head. We're gonna lunge and twist. Whoops. Keep good form. I have to let go of my core. Okay, so I'm gonna keep it on. Inhale, exhale. Ooh. And twist. All right, we're gonna get down. My legs are tired. They are tired. And so I really need to take and focus on my form. Okay, and if that means slowing it down a little bit, then I slow it down a little bit. All right, we're gonna get some jump squats in. Okay, we're gonna do 16, here we go. Landing soft, remember, toe ball heel. We got 8 down, 8 more to go. Come on, come on. 7, 6, 5, 4, don't quit. 3, 2, how high can you get? 1. Ooh. All right. We're breathing, let's start walking. A little bit slow. Inhale, exhale. We're gonna grab a drink. We're working today because we can. And we're gonna finish up the workout because it's a privilege. Some people are out, we're fine. Go ahead and pan. Okay, now it's time to do some work, gym work for our brains, okay? We're taking care of the physical part of it. Now I got you covered for the mental health. We might not really be sure what to think about what's going on with this pandemic in our world right now, okay? Some of us might be scared, feeling anxious, some fear, and you know what? It's okay, okay? Go ahead and give yourself permission to feel uneasy, to feel scared, okay? But at the same time, I also want you to realize that it's normal, okay? And there's nothing wrong with allowing yourself to feel. We can choose how we want to view this collective timeout our world is experiencing. There's truth to find that it's sad and it's frightening. And there is also truth to find that a timeout could be just what we need for so many reasons. You get to decide what you're going to focus on, okay? Realize this, though, that whatever you do focus on, you're going to find evidence to back it up, okay? If you want to focus on thoughts that keep you in fear, you're going to find all kinds of shit that's going to keep you there, right? But if you want to allow yourself to feel the opposite and operate from a place of calm and compassion, you're going to find that as well, okay? You get to choose, okay? So the biggest thing I want us to think about is just to breathe, okay? To inhale through the nose. We've talked about that as far as physically on our walk, haven't we? Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, right? And we're just going to take a big exhale. And so we do that physically when we work out, but we can also do it for our mental health as well. Just practice the art of breathing in and out, filling up the lungs all the way. Inhale, hold for 2, and then exhale for 4. Okay, so try to inhale up for 4, hold for 2, exhale for 4. The 2 parts of the brain that I want to talk to you about is your prefrontal cortex and your primitive brain. Okay, the prefrontal cortex is the higher brain. That is where we reason. That's where we take control. That's where we can make decisions. Okay, that's where we problem solve. The primitive brain, which we also refer to as the lower brain, keeps us living beneath our potential, okay? So the primitive brain's job is to constantly be checking that if we're safe. It's always looking out to protect us. And its tendency is to think negative thoughts. Okay, so I want you to realize what part of the brain you are thinking from. If your brain is running away, thinking of all kinds of thoughts, that worrying about things in the future that you don't even know is going to happen, realize that's your primitive brain at its finest. Okay, our brains are kind of like a movie. If there's parts of our life that we don't know what is going to happen or think, our brain wants to fill in that gap. So it's like a movie, like watching a movie, there's no gaps. It wants to fill it in, and it will make up all kinds of shit to do that. Okay. Sometimes it's good. And in the case with this pandemic, probably not so good. We have people running out, buying all kinds of stuff, buying out all the stuff in the stores. That's more fear-based. Okay, that is fear-based. And so we want to move it to the front, is what I like to tell my people in my classes. We move it to the front by taking a breath and asking ourselves a question. Okay. How and what kind of question I want you to think about. The reason why we ask a question is because then it gets us out of our lower brain and puts it into the higher brain where we can take control and reason. So what is a question that you can ask yourself if your thoughts are running away from you? Okay. First of all, we got to be aware of it and notice it. But second of all, then we want to ask a question like, are these thoughts serving me? How can I look at this a different way that will serve me and will be productive? What's happening right there is that you're giving your brain an assignment. Okay. Our brains love to solve problems. They are so good at it. And we have problems that our brains, think are problems, but we have situations where, okay, we've got to solve for what's going on, right? We have facts, we have information, okay? And so like right now, some of the problems that we are having to figure out is if our kids are in school and we work, that's a situation where you have got to figure out how you're going to take care of your kid, have your kids be taken care of while you're at work. Okay, so that's one problem. You want to get your information, your facts from the source, not from where the pandemania is, right? So you would want to get the information from the schools. Now, we might have some of us, like my son, his situation could be viewed as a problem, but I prefer to use a situation because then it's not going to send the brain into kind of like a panic mode. This is a situation where he's not going into work. They've decided that they're global and they've decided that all their offices are going to work from home. So his situation is he's got to figure out how he can set up work at home so that he can still be productive. He uses Zoom for video conferencing, you see. So he's figured out, he's got a desk figured out. He was talking to me about that earlier today. So this is what I've got set up. If we have to move it out of the theater room, then we can. You see, so he's gone ahead with the facts that he's been given from work. You're going to work for home. And these are, what we still need you to do while you're working from home. And then he's taken that situation here and figured it out. His brain's gone to work to solve it. Situation that you might be having to deal with is if you're religious, our governor has said that he doesn't want gatherings of larger than 100 people. So we aren't going to be able to go to church for a while till our church leaders tell us otherwise. That's who I'm going to get my information from is my governor and my church leader as far as large gatherings, right? And so my family right now, there's texts going back and forth as to how we are going to still worship on Sunday as a family together. What are we going to do? What time are we going to meet? What are we going to teach each other? What do we need to be prepared to do? How are we going to dress? All those things. So our brains are problem solving right now. That's the beauty of our brains. They're awesome that way. They want to get to the bottom of a problem so that they can feel better. And it will keep pushing, looping until it gets it figured out because it wants to feel better. So recognize what are problems right now today or situations that you have right now today that you can go about solving. Now, we have things that our brains like to worry about that are in the future. Worry is always future based. Okay. And again, it's like the brain wants to fill in the gaps by making up stuff like of things that could happen. And that's where we tend to run wild. And we want to notice if that's what's happening. If that's what's happening, that's where we want to back it up. Breathe. Breathe in, breathe out. Ask ourselves the question to move it out of the lower brain, move it to the higher brain. Are these thoughts serving me? Are they helping me? Right? And then what can I do right now? Is there anything I need to solve? Or do I just need to say, you know what? It's okay. Do I need to reassure myself, my brain, that everything's okay, that I'm safe? If you're like watching this video, if you are like out walking or exercising, things are okay. If you saw in the video, there's tons of people out exercising, out and about. Things are okay. For the majority of us, we're good. We're safe. And so sometimes it's just like a mom comforting her child when they're scared or upset. Remind us to breathe. Then we might be saying, it's okay. Everything's okay. And give them a hug and that. You can do that for your own self. You can reassure your own self that you're okay, that your family's okay. We're going to get through this. Okay. So that is how you can manage your mind through this. And I encourage you to be aware of where you are in your brain. I've taught you a skill of how to redirect your thoughts and to help yourself think thoughts that will serve you. In fact, what I would encourage you to do for this next little stretch, we'll do it for 1 minute. We'll call it a gratitude minute. And so for the next minute, while you're walking, I want you to keep your pace up. And I want you to think, I'm just going to be really quiet. And I want you to think of all the things that you're grateful for in your life. And if you're outside, you might just start with the scenery to get you started. Your brain might want to wander. Bring it back. Bring it back to things that you're grateful for. All right? So we're going to start that in 3, 2, 1. You have 30 seconds left. All right, that was 1 minute. How'd you do with that? Okay, so here's the thing, is that when we take a minute, 1 whole minute to just focus on things that we're thankful for, then you should probably notice a vibration in your body. That might sound kind of weird to you, but you notice a reaction in your body that is kind of like relief or an exhale. Okay, so I encourage you to try to find a minute every day where you think about things that you're grateful for. It could be like, I am grateful for those beautiful mountains and for the snow on the top. I am grateful for my eyes, that I can see them. I'm thankful for my husband. I'm thankful for my kids. I'm thankful for my body. And then a lot of times when I go do that, then I'll break it down, like specifically what I'm thankful for. Like give myself a little bit of self-love. Like I have pretty green eyes. They're hazel and they're pretty. And I'm grateful for that. And I'm grateful for what my eyes can do, that they can see. I'm thankful for my mouth and for the things that it can taste. Like yummy food that I like to eat, and also that my words, how do we use our words? Are they used to uplift and edify? Okay, and so then I just like move all the way down my body. I'm thankful for my strong shoulders, even though one of them's not doing so well right now. It's been working really hard for the last, since I was 27. That's when I had my first hair. And so I'm thankful that even though it's not at full capacity, I'm thankful for everything that it has done for me. My stomach is not quite what I like, but I'm thankful for what it's done. I've had babies come out of those tummies, out of my tummy. And so I'm grateful for it. My legs are strong. You see what I mean? I'm going all the way through my body. And even though there's some parts that I might not love, then I just say, you know what? It's there. And I'm grateful for what it did, what my stomach was able to do, even though it's not the way I wish it looked. Okay? So we take the time to do a gratitude minute, and we get a positive vibe going through our body that will help us have a better outlook on our day. And then the thing is what it also does is that our brain, as we go throughout the day, will start to look for other things that we can be grateful for. And so that is a good thing too. You know, if you ever noticed, if you start thinking negative, then you just find more and more things to bitch about and to be negative about. So we want to train our brain to be looking for things that uplift us and to serve us. Okay, we've gone over 3 miles now. We're heading to the home stretch. So here's the thing I want you to check. How's your pace? Okay, we're not going to slow it down just yet. I want you to keep moving. Keep pushing. We got some kids coming up behind us. They're letting their energy out. See, this is good stuff. This dad has his family out, all working together. It's all good, people. We're good. When we get to the end of this path, that's where we're going to start to slow our pace down.
We're at 17-minute pace
We're at a 17-minute pace.
currently.
All right. You notice my breathing's still up just a little bit, but I can talk and I'm fine. But one thing I do need to point out is that as an instructor, I'm kind of conditioned for that. So if your breathing is up a little higher than mine, it's okay. So right down at the very end there's a stop sign. So from now until then, I want you to think about maybe walking faster. Okay? Pick your pace up a little more. Okay, we're gonna finish it up strong. Come on. Come on, come on. Get those legs moving. Tell them, I got this. We can do this. Okay, I'm actually gonna turn it so that you can't see those people because I don't want them to not be happy that we're on YouTube. So I'm gonna turn it this way. But we're still walking hard.
Have a great day.
You too.
Have a good one.
You too.
All right, there we go. See, they went all the way to the stop sign. Now they're sprinting back. And we, if you want, you sprint. If not, you speed walk it. Get your arms swinging.
We're at 12 minute miles.
We went from 17 mile per pace to 12. So we took it up 5 quicker. Come on, finish, finish, finish. See that yellow? We're gonna go all the way to the yellow. 3, 2, 1. All right, now what I want you to do is, see, now we're switching to the other side of the road. We came, no we're not. We're gonna come back over here so we're even. We're switching to the other side of the road. So that, remember how I told you want to be even because the road slope. So make sure you go on the opposite side of the road. The other thing is that now we've slowed our pace down. Okay, so we're going to start to bring the heart rate down. This is really important. We don't just stop. Okay, so it's really important that we take time to slow our heart rate down. That takes care of the heart, takes care of the system. Okay, we were just working and asking it to work harder for us, and now we're going to take it down. And I really wish the wind wasn't blowing my bangs, that they were down like this. Inhale through the nose and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Hey there. So many people are out. I can't believe it. And it's a gloomy day, but that's not stopping any of us. We're out and we're moving. And that's the other thing that I want to point out as far as your brain goes, is it, if it's scared and you're living in fear, then it wants to hide and be scary. And so that's where we're going to we're going to redirect our brain, and we're going to move it from the primitive brain, which is the lower brain. We're going to move it to the front part of the brain. We're like, I am going to get up and move because I can. Okay, I'm going to take care of me. All right, so we're all done with our workout, and now I'm just going to stretch you out. First, I want you to get a drink, and then we'll just stretch. Okay, so we're just going to take some inhale up, exhale down. Give me a few more. Inhale up and exhale down. Give me one more. Inhale up. This time we're going to go all the way down to a forward fold. Okay, so remember we did this at the beginning. I want you to walk those hands down. Now, if you can't go down this far, that's okay. You go to here, wherever your hammies. If you've got really tight hammies, you might be able to just go to here. If you can, we're going to go all the way down. Keep your knees soft. Now, here's the thing. If your heart rate's up still a lot, I want you to keep your head above your heart. So I want you to reach the crown of your head to the wall that's in front of you if your heart rate is still up. If it's down, you can go ahead and tuck the chin and get a deeper stretch. So we are really stretching the back side here. And I just want you to breathe in and breathe out. Think about whatever muscle we're stretching. I want you to inhale and put it, like, figuratively into that muscle. And on the exhale through that muscle and see if you can feel it soften. You notice that we're holding the stretch now, right? Because we're all warmed up and now we can hold the stretch. We're going to take an inhale and come up halfway. Pull the shoulders back, long back, and take it right back down. Inhale, exhale. We're going to bring it up. Inhale and exhale. Now, we're going to stretch everything. We're just going to go all the way down. This is going to stretch that low back. It's going to stretch the glutes, the hammies, the quads, calves, everything. Here's the thing, what we want. We want those heels to be able to be on the ground. As we get older, I see people up like this because our Achilles get tighter. So we want to try to work to where we're all the way flat-footed on the ground, stretching. Just kind of like toddlers do. See how toddlers play? All right, so now we're just gonna take those feet a little bit wider. And get that butt down, chest up. You should feel the stretch in the quads, inner thigh. Hands to the ground. We're gonna come on up, walk the heels so that they're back underneath the hip. Okay, and then we're gonna come on up, hands to quads. Give me some shoulder rolls. Inhale, exhale. A couple more, inhale, exhale. Okay. We're gonna take a long step back. My driveway sloped a little bit. So then we're gonna drop that back knee down. And I want you to think about tucking your tailbone. Just a small tuck so that you can get a stretch right here in the front of that hip. That is really important because this is kind of like your gateway to moving. So if you get really tight here, then it's harder to move. Now, I'm just gonna step it back a little further and drop that back knee down, okay? And then if this works for you, okay? Really breathe into the front part and get that stretch. If you want, stretch your tricep. You could bring that up. You can even lean to the side a little bit. Let me turn so you can see that. So we're here. You can even lean to the side a little bit. You're gonna keep breathing. Then we're gonna release that. We're gonna come forward. Should be feeling a stretch in this front quad. Curl the back toe under. We're gonna lift the hips up. And then we're gonna bring your hands right here to the hip. Okay, and again, I want you to feel that stretch right there. Then step that back foot forward a little bit, and I want you to switch your hands to the back leg. And then we're gonna square up the shoulder. Okay, so step the other leg back. Gonna breathe and walk down into it. Now, I encourage you to have your back toe curled under because it keeps the knee active and safe, okay? So we're gonna breathe into that stretch right there. Inhale, exhale. You can add the tricep. I'm not gonna be able to do that all the way, so I'm gonna do this kind of a tricep stretch where you put your hand on your shoulder and then you push the elbow up. All the while, I am still stretching the front of the hip, and this is getting stretched. Okay, I'm gonna release that, hinge forward, hands to the ground. Inhale, exhale. And I'm just gonna step that foot in a little bit. I'm gonna come up, switch it to the back leg, hinge forward. Feel the stretch in the back of that leg. Inhale, exhale. And step it together. Inhale, exhale. All right, that's it for today. Keep moving. Keep with your regular or routine as much as possible. Don't forget your gratitude minute. And don't forget to like and share so that other people can work out with us, okay? Because I can.